We're here today chatting with Tim Houghton, the Ministry Partnership Manager for MAF New Zealand. Now, I understand that Ministry Partnership has a critical role to play in a person that is going into the mission field for MAF. Can you explain to us exactly what Ministry Partnership is?
Yeah. So ministry, we know that for everybody going onto the mission field, there's a lot of challenges they face. And Ministry Partnership is MAF's way of helping people develop a strong base of prayer, finances, support, and having people pray for them and champion them while they're on the mission field. It's a partnership. So God will speak to people, and God has obviously called the person to go with MAF and to serve overseas. And the person going overseas will talk to people. So there's a triangle set up. And it requires that people trust God first as they step out into the mission field. And then as they talk to people and invite them to join them on that journey, God will speak to them too. So we have that relationship. It's like a triangle. So we start with 3 days of training. We cover everything. We go through the whole workbook on every aspect of ministry partnership. But the two main things they come out with after the 3 days is a very clear plan that they've put together for their own ministry partnership. What they'll do, how they'll use their time, what they'll focus on, what part of New Zealand. And the second thing they do is put together and create and rehearse a presentation, which they can go out and then speak in a church, or with whether it's 1,000 people in the church or just a couple. It's a guideline on how to present your call to mission, about MAF, and how to invite people to join you. So we cover all of that in ministry partnership training. And then after that, they drive it. They have to go out and make it happen. So we provide resources, mentoring, encouragement. But each person has to bring the energy and the drive to make it happen, to set up meetings and to go out and do the ministry partnership.
So does everybody do this their own way, the same way?
No. Yes, they can actually. Sorry, they can do it their own way. We found that trying to create a one-size-fits-all program didn't work. Because people are so different. They have different backgrounds, different skills, different abilities, different connections. So we quickly found out that it's much better and more successful people to design their own program and how they want to do it and what they feel comfortable doing.
When we had our first interview with the MAF CEO, I remember saying, I don't mind where we go. You can send us to any country, but not South Sudan. I am not taking my children there. I had been researching and I was not taking them there.
Most obviously just that God has clearly opened this door, swung wide open. And so I know that, like you said, the best place to be is in the center of God's calling.
And they have a lot of freedom within the goals that we set together. They have a lot of freedom to do it the way that they want to. Biggest challenge I've seen in people is that people just don't like asking for money. Everybody hates asking for money. Nobody wants to do it. So quite a bit of the training is around changing that mindset. You're not going out asking people for money. You're sharing the vision and the work that you'll be doing with MAF and inviting people to partner with you. That's quite different than just asking for money. And inviting them long term to be a part of your journey. Or based on friendship and relationship.
So that is the benefit for the person going into the field, but what about the supporter? What's the benefit for them?
Well, we find that many people really want to be involved in missions. They want to feel that they have are serving God somehow, but often they can't. They can't go overseas for different reasons. But through that partnership and that friendship, they're able to have the same impact, because some people go and some people stay, but they're equal. They both have their important roles. And the person staying is making it possible for the person going. So they have that satisfaction of being part of the call to missions.
Yes, I can see that. So what makes ministry partnership successful?
it's a friendship, so you need to be able to listen to people, to
Yes.
become involved in their lives, to pay attention to their concerns and
Yes.
their desires and what they'd like to do. So it's not just talking to people, but it's listening. It's a friendship. The other thing is that they need to bring their enthusiasm
Mhm.
and their drive and express that they've been called to the mission field, they're excited about it,
Mm.
and to invite people to come on that journey.
Mm. So it wouldn't just be going out and talking to people. So what are the steps? There must be a process.
There are some steps that kind of
Yes.
get repeated over and over.
Yes.
There's quite a bit of time and energy goes into making the appointments, setting up times and meetings,
Mhm.
and then going to share
Yes.
and talking about your vision, your call about MAF and what MAF does and what they'll be doing, and then inviting people to come on that journey.
Mm.
And then the last part is really follow-up,
Yes.
where you're building on those, keeping the relationship going.
Mm.
It's a lot of
Yes.
work, it's a big commitment,
Yes.
and people need to understand that from the very beginning. And they need to take that into consideration. Some people do it while working full-time, so a lot of evenings and weekends are taken up with it.
Exhausting.
And we also talk to people about taking some you time, which means taking some time out for you,
Yes.
making sure you've got time to recover and relax and
Yes.
do something that you really enjoy.
Yes.
Because this is a long-term commitment.
Yes. Wow. Now, I remember when we were talking a little while ago, you mentioned home assignment. What exactly is that?
So after people have finished their ministry partnership, gone overseas, and after the first 2 years and every 2 years after that, we fly them back to New Zealand. They spend up to a month traveling around, reconnecting with people, sharing new stories, renewing the friendship, but also making new contacts and connections. So they're kind of meeting new people and developing new relationships and taking some leave so that when they go back to the field, they're really supported by their friends, but also they've had a time to relax and enjoy themselves a little bit in New Zealand.
No. I know we've probably just touched the tip of the iceberg for ministry partnership. However, this introduction has been really helpful. So thank you very much for your time, because I know that we've all enjoyed listening to you talk about it. Life in the field can't be easy, but with the Lord by your side and all that help at home,
And people cheering you on.
and people cheering you on,
Yes,
it must make
exactly.
a world of difference.
It does.
So thank you
You're
again,
welcome.
Tim. Thanks, everyone.